this point, I want to say that I brought no pictures with me from the old country. All the pictures that you see are remnants from family albums in America. This is a picture of, you ready?
Yeah, I'm rolling. Okay. Just on the picture. They're not seeing you.
Okay, this is a picture of my great-grandfather. His name was Neozelik Silverblatt. His descendants are now living in Mississippi. I'm not in communication with him. He has a lot of namesakes, including one of them was my brother, and another namesake is one of my daughters, Shelby. That's it?
Okay, we're rolling.
Okay, that's the lady. Her name was Hinda Kaplan, the grande dame of the Hotel Gyosa story. The rich relative, thanks to whom all of our members of all of our family have been brought to America through her courtesy. And if she liked you, she brought you. If she didn't, she didn't. Okay, this is a picture of my father and mother, David Weinstein, and Rebecca Zachepinski Weinstein. Zachepinski has been shortened to Pinsky. This is a reprint from their wedding picture taken in 1927 in the town of Baranovich and circulated among all the kinfolks in the United States for the purpose of identifying all the guests that were at the wedding. I have only re-recorded the picture of my father and mother. My son David is named after my daddy, and my daughter Rebecca is named after my mother. I don't remember him looking that way, but that's what the picture says, and I know these are the people. So my mother was redheaded, and she doesn't appear to be that way in the picture, so I don't know. This is a picture of our family and members of our guests. We used to spend the time at a dacha in Novoyelnya. Dacha means a country home, summer home, and the picture is not at all typical of Jewish life in Belarus or in Poland at that time. We were a rare exception. Our family were probably 4, 6, 8 people. The picture shows approximately 20, 25, all of whom were permanent visitors, circulating from time to time.
Before you change, is one of those your father there?
Yeah, my father was right here in the pajamas. He was very, very relaxed.
Mother above?
And the mother directly above him, yes. And her sister next to her.
Are you in the picture?
Yes, I'm in the picture right here. That's me, and that's my little brother, which I calculate to be my brother. I wouldn't have recognized him. The rest are just cousins and various and sundry kinfolks. This is a former Israeli ambassador to Great Britain, ended up in Israel and survived. This lady also survived by escaping to Israel. Let's see, she had a daughter. I think this is her daughter, who now lives in New York, also because they emigrated to Israel.
About what year this was taken?
This picture was taken 37. Okay, this is another picture taken about the same time, or maybe the same day. Summer home in Novoyelnya. Myself right here, my mother, my nanny, Paulina, my brother, my daddy. This is my famous cousin Solomon, the hero, his mother, which resembles a lot of the American aunts, and the, what do you call it, not the guardian, the Julia, well, not the nursemaid, help me. Huh? No, she was not the housekeeper. She was supposed to be educational director for the kids. The governors, that's the governors, Julia, which we shared with the rich aunt and uncle Iskowitz. The nanny was just for me and my brother. You can tell she's in between our family. Was very, very devoted to us, and so was I to her. And that's a cousin, ended up in Israel, and this girl now lives in New York, also a cousin. Again, not a typical picture of a Jewish life in 1937 in Poland, Belarus. That's a picture of Uncle Louis Silverblatt, who at the time was a member of the Tsar's army, 1905, on his way to fight the Japanese during the Russian-Japanese war. After the war, he thought he had enough of the Tsar's army, and he came to live in Ruleville, Mississippi. Louis Silverblatt.
Okay.
This is a picture of the slaveholder, in quotation marks, the planter-rich cousin who brought us all to America. This is his trophy wife, and that's his son by a previous marriage. Names were Max Kaplan, Hinda Kaplan, and Nathan Kaplan. That's it. That's my rich uncle Israel Iskowitz's house that he built in Baranovice, Poland, that I was able to find. It was rebuilt, and I was able to find and identify by the windows, the room sizes, but particularly the rounded entry hall, which was a copy of a French, I don't know, famous French house, you know. Had no meanings at all. The top is how I identified my town by the paving of one particular street. That was the only street that was paved that way. And there again is my uncle's house with the rounded entry hall and the huge porch that I've always admired and thought so highly of. It's nothing but a plain old stoop. I've always thought, the story the way it was told to me, that after my brother was shot, he was dumped into this well. But apparently that was not the right story. The well is still there functioning, and there are no bodies in it. But never mind. For 50 years I thought that was my brother's burial place. I was not able to locate any of our hideouts in the woods. However, I was able to find a sample of what a hideout looked like. It is now a storage space for potatoes. And basically you can tell there is the entry underground. Raise up you. There it is again. When you put the planter box on top of it, you can hardly tell it. Here I'm standing next to it, and if you didn't know you were standing on top of the hideout, you'd never know it. Basically, I'm standing on top of that basement hideout with a planter box in it, which is pretty much secretive, and that's what the woods look like in August.